Hello? Okay, I think the game is running well. Okay, we are in good track. Shit, okay. I thought I was negative, but the problem is that. Okay, maybe that wasn't the good combo route, to be honest. I am a little bit passive there. That was throw bait. Okay, I didn't know you cannot DP there. I should take a break, but well, that kind of was my fault because I played all day, so I cannot burn down. Okay, I don't. Maybe the skill. Nah, worry, that doesn't kill. The problem is that I have to DP there. That was a little bit risky. I don't think notice there's because behind the trees. that was counter. Throw bait. I didn't mean that, to be honest, but... Okay, that puts me in a worse situation that... Yeah, totally, that puts me in a worse situation. I mean, the hit confirmed with the super was nice and all, but I should have done that because for once, doing a normal combo will leave the game into less integration, and yeah. Is Torikyu. I kind of fought this guy before. Okay, that was horrible, and it is kind of laggy, right? I didn't know that counted as chip damage. Makes sense, but it is mirrors kinda laggy. It's kinda laggy, right? Wait, did I press there? Maybe it wasn't a good idea there. Yeah, it's kinda lucky. No, check. Karma, bitch. Yeah, it's kinda lucky. Well, thank God, because holy shit. It's weird because it says rollback 1 for 60 FPS, but it feels laggy, like. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Wait. Honestly, I don't know how pro players plays like 8 hours per day fighting is because holy shit, my brain kinda is struggling to keep up. And only played it like today 5 hours, and that was with breaks. Because the main thing here is that the best way to climb in racket is taking it slowly. Even if I lose right now, I can take it back if I rest well. Like that's the point. Because otherwise, like imagine this: I don't have a shot or anything, and you just go to. I think I can do another one. I can go to like imagine I don't have a job. You know what? Let me block this guy just to make sure because it is weird. Like I don't know how to explain it to you. Maybe change my mind, but that was weird feeling. Like it feels laggy, man. I don't know how to explain. But the main thing I'm trying to say is that forcing your way down to Grandmaster, this is a good idea. Like playing 8 hours per day to grind is I feel like it's a terrible idea. I mean, well, at least for me, I don't know. Maybe for you, you can keep up with all the pressure and all because I don't know. But like, For example, after the smash, I'm going to take a break to kind of see, to kind of take a step back because it's important to take a step back sometimes. Wait, what the fuck? My opponent just died, I guess. I'm going to take a moment to kind of reflect because, like I said, oof. I mean, today I try to play as much as I can fighting games, but the thing with fighting games is like a sport. Like, at some point, you kind of have to say, yeah, that's enough. Probably should play less if I was going to do stream because, for example, the main I'm trying to handle this is that if I'm going to play more, I have to play in like in a smart way. Like, for example, I usually say like if I have three, it's still like this, three lives. Like if I lose one set, that's a life go out. So the main point here is that if I lose three sets, I had to take a obligatory 3 hour to 4 hour break. Like I had to do something else, like take my mind off the game. And like I said, that's why I don't understand how people can use play a lot of fighting games like 8 hours straight. Like that's insane to me because to do very well in these type of games, you kind of have to use a lot of mental energy. And when I see pro players playing in long sessions, I say myself, wow, this guy really have a lot of energy, mental energy especially. So, like I said, this guy is only looking temporarily. I don't know. That shit was weird, man. Like, I don't know. Gotta be honest, one of the hardest pills to swallow was that sometimes my playstyle is going to get beaten easily by other playstyle. Like, it's something I had to kind of agree on. It isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, especially in a ranked, it's kind of hard to keep an eye out about this type of weakness. Maybe I should go for water because lobby, 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 lobby. Okay, I'm back. A whole kind of fresh, a little bit of fresh. I feel a little bit better. So let's see how far we can get into it. My head hurts. My pulse. Okay. Hmm. I wonder who is. Okay, I guess Percival is. I don't remember well on the. But as long as he doesn't have stacks, he can do much. I always forget about that. Okay, he's smashed there. Shit, I killed myself there. Okay, that's weird. I'm pretty sure the Crash Show Commodore will have those do more damage, but Shepard. Hey, there is a really good jump in, or so. Okay, delay, close cell. Now we are in a very bad position because he has X stacks. Hmm. Okay. Okay, he was created domination there. It is kind of tricky, not going to lie. And it is of players who it's kind of hard because he wasn't really smashing in workplaces, but at the same time he was throwing. So it after synergies it becomes really tricky how to open up people. But also here's the weird thing that makes me question is that if I was being too passive there against Percival. Because as long as he doesn't have a but I think it's the issue of Versusia in general is that I don't know what happened there. It's kind of the general issue versus is that she cannot really I should have seen that coming. That's kind of the one of the main weaknesses of versus is that she's really bad at opening up people, so it becomes kind of awkward where she can have to play outside a certain range. I thought I was going to do I'm not going to explain. Like I thought he was going to reset the pressure there, but that was a bad guess. I really thought he was going to do 6L or he doesn't have meter, so not T that's going to kill. And that was a true bait. Shit. I should try to take more with brother. Brother, waste this. Um, okay. I kind of have to block this. I'm going to block him temporarily. Like, I don't know. Probably he's having a thunderstorm or something, but I'm just going to block him temporarily. Like, this guy is going to be blocked temporarily. This one was weird because I swear his matches before were a little bit smoother. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so I'm going to do one more match. Like I said, usually when you want to claim ranked, in theory you should play less. Sounds counterintuitive, but it's the best thing they do. It's the best way because right now, like I played like 5 hours straight of ranked. Well, not exactly 5 hours, but try to climb all day is what I mean. And trust me, one point my brain just kind of becomes foggy. Like I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. But something I noticed is that I'm using better use of my far M and 2M, which are my main pokes. But like I said, it's like Versusia is kind of weird because the festival wasn't exactly smashing, but they're struggling with throws. Now, the main thing I feel like was my main issue there was being too passive against Percival because he isn't like Berserker where it's kind of good idea to zone him out to bully him. Shaden, okay. In this case, it's kind of like obligatory to zoom him. But like keeping this distance where I can still. That was a beautiful combo there. It's kind of there. Shit, I was delayed. To be honest, the thing with Venus is that you kind of have to accept this guy is going to steal games from you. And there we go, we're back in the corner. Okay. Like, I mean, it is reactable? Yes. But can you react to it? No. What the f- Yeah, it's that. And unexpected to the war. What the f- Okay, that was a punish. I wonder if you can punish that. Since I don't have the character, I don't know for sure. Mm, Yeah, I don't think you can. What the fuck? What the fuck? Do you guys see that? Shit. Yeah, this guy is playing very jump scary. Yeah, that's GG's. Okay, pretty sure Scalded there, but this should be a lesson that is very bad to brute force rank because It's like in theory, I could make back the crystals I lost, but that would mean playing a lot of games. Like, it's harsh, man. Also because, like I said, I feel like a little bit more slower. Like, well, I guess it's because builds is kind of weird, but yeah, I feel like kind of slower. But yeah, like I said, it's very ready to force crank it because either this happens like you're little sloppy, like you go to pilot. So I hope tomorrow, after taking a long break, should be better. But also opens the interesting question about the personal fight is because I was very passive, but at the same time this guy was hard to crack open. So I mean it's kinda hard as Versusia because Versusia doesn't have a cheesy way to open on people. Like she can do a lot of damage from one hit sure, but you have to make sure that it happens in the first place. I guess weirdness. Yeah, this is where I say before where playing a Locanda is at the same time careful because I was then paying long attention about when he does the Lavanik. And honestly, here's the thing is that Williams as a character, as he's designed to steal games, so you kinda have to keep an open eye about that, and I didn't keep that eye open, so yeah. So I'm going to cut this thing there, have some rest, and hopefully by Tuesday I should feel much better because it's really important. Like I said, I feel like the best way to climb up the ranked is literally playing less ranked. Sounds counterintuitive, but this is the best way. Bec- I mean, it's weird because, for example, where is this guy? For example, this guy plays a lot of ranked, but it's like also depends on the person because some guys can play this game for hours and not hitting target, but in my case, I can get work out after some fights. Who the fuck is this? But yeah, it's like, man. Okay, let's see in which place I'm right now because that's the main thing I should be looking. So the crystal floor has moved a lot, which is kind of nice, but it can get ugly at any time because when there's a lot of guys closing the gap is where shit starts to happen. So I am in 35 place, probably right now at 36 or something like that, which is really good. It's really good. And like I said, this is where you can have two ways to head to Grandmaster. You either get good enough to beat other Grandmaster players, or you spend literally like 8 hours per day farming crystal, which is horrible. I don't know. I don't know how people do that, honestly. But the way I try to approach is taking things slower in my pace. Probably not. I don't know. I am kinda statistical about if I can hit Grandmaster this season, but what I'm not sure is that if I don't get it this season, next season is a 100% I can get it because uh, these 2 months I spent trying to improve my game plan and all. The main things I still need to kind of work out is probably making stronger my game plan because this is a part where some matches. The only way to get better at some matches is just playing them more often by asking other guys to play with me in local matches or lobbies. Like, keep playing the game, but this is where I had to make this important decision is that in my case, I had to play more, for example, Percival, maybe Fuenas, but by playing more, I don't mean jumping to ranked. It's more like going to a lobby, to a room, or going to Discord asking for games against these two type of play characters, and try to learn from this. It's the best way to improve your game, and especially in match experience. For example, 1 hour ago, like some hours ago, I was fighting against this fairy, and this fairy plays a lot different than this fairy player called Pipeman. That's his name. Because Pipeman plays fairy more slowly, more methodical, while this guy plays very, very aggressive. So this is the thing where the match experience is important, but at the same time you are fighting the player, which what I try to say is two fairies doesn't play the same way. Some versus players like us to plays Versusia like it's a rush down character, but like it's things that work for them. It's most important thing to look at when you're trying to improve the fighting games is that what things work for you, because probably the things that works for other doesn't mean it works for you. It doesn't mean you should skip the fundamentals or knowing your strengths or weakness of your character, what your bottoms does. But what I'm trying to say is that understanding the basics, so from there you can build your own house. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. Yeah, like I said, probably was a bad idea to keep playing for the games this late, but hmm, because like I said, I guess this festival is where I kind of noticed, yeah, I'm playing a little bit sloppy, more slower than I would like, so I'm going to have some rest. Probably tomorrow I'll be back on, which is something very important to keep in mind, is that if you improve your gameplay first, like losing crystals doesn't become an issue. Like you can make those back in 1 hour or 30 minutes. But if you improve first Grandmaster, losing those crystals could mean another 6, 3, 4 hours. Like it depends a lot. So yeah, the main takeaway here is that don't smart rocking, guys. Play more smartly. If you feel ill or you start to notice your autopilot a lot, close the game, walk outside, we drink water, and take a rest, because fighting games is like a sport. You kinda have to rest well to do better. If you don't rest well or you are kinda angry, moody, depressed, like not in the mood exactly, you're going to do bad. So it's very important to take slowly. Take things slowly. So yeah, see you in Tuesday, guys. If I don't stream, I'll let you know in my Twitter page. So see you into the next day and have a happy Mother's Day and a nice start of the week. See ya.